Reverend Bingham, you have a story about a church in Illinois that got into efficiency for one reason and something entirely different happened. What happened to that church?
Well, the rector of that church was suffering from economic troubles. And,
He was going out of business.
Yeah, he was going about the church was losing its parishioners. And someone in the congregation who was involved with solar said, why don't we put solar up on our roof? And they had to figure out how they were going to pay for it, and I don't have the details of their payment plan. This fellow has a video, and anybody who wants to look at it can. It's St. Luke's in Dixon, Illinois. He is very upfront about saying that he put solar on the roof for the sole purpose of saving money in electrical bills once the solar was installed, and then became a green. He calls himself a greenie now. And his congregation has grown. More people are coming into his church because they're curious about a congregation with solar on the roof. And his whole behavior and his whole psychology, if you will, around environmental stewardship has changed. And he recognizes it now as a matter of faith. And his parishioners, as I say, his congregation is growing. His parishioners are now all doing these energy efficiency behaviors in their own homes, and he's turned into the greenest church in the Diocese of Chicago, all through economic incentive. That's not usually how it happens, but it did happen that way with this fellow. And you know, we're all wired differently. We all have different DNA. We have different things that turn us on. And you all were saying that maybe tips are not perfect or the answer. Our tips work, but we do things, one tip in the liturgy that your congregational people are holding in their hand on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And it says if you leave your refrigerator door open for, I don't know, 10 minutes while you're walking around the kitchen, it's the equivalent of deforesting 85 acres of tropical rainforest, you know, and people can relate, they, oh my goodness, you know, and quickly shut the door. And we found that some of those tips do work, but they need to be kind of one at a time if they're going to work.